Human rights lawyer, member of the Steering Committee of Peace in Kurdistan Campaign and Britain Women's Alliance, Melanie Gingell. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So let's start with the latest developments about the HDP is under attack on various fronts. Why do you think is this hate-rated? How would you comment on the murder of the HDP member Deniz Poyraz? What will be the political results if the HDP be banned?
Yeah, well, we've just heard that the legal process to close down the HDP has been confirmed. It's going to go ahead. And this shows us really that the level of threat that the HDP poses to President Erdogan and the AKP. We know that the electoral success, which started in 2015, which first damaged the AKP political majority. That obviously was a huge shock. But what's happened since then, it's shown that the AKP haven't managed to respond to that threat electorally. The threat is much deeper, it's more widespread throughout society. So, which is how we find ourselves here with this level of threat, as you say, on so many fronts, legal and illegal. This threat, I think, comes from the fact that the HDP is able to forge alliances across Turkish society. So it's able to link up with the Turkish left, for example, with the labor movement, with different aspects of society which represent kind of a growing counterculture in Turkish society, with the green movement, with the ecological movement, which in this year, as we move into a kind of the critical stage of climate change, is going to be absolutely fundamental. Also lesbian and gay queer movements, and very centrally the women's movement. So all of these forces are gathering and pose a real strong threat to the AKP. So I think that's why we're seeing this level of hatred. The murder on the 17th of June of Deniz Poyraz is yet another example of this. I understand that there was due to be a big meeting in that HDP office that day. There was due to be a meeting of at least 40 people, and the perpetrator of this attack blatantly shot his way into the building, and clearly with the intention of carrying out a massacre. Only Deniz was in the building on that occasion because the meeting had been postponed at the last minute, and she was held hostage, and the police were called but stood back, didn't respond for a good 15 minutes, and she was shot to death. And that represents another aspect of the attack on the HDP, where people are being murdered for a political idea. So the result of this final attempt now to shut down the HDP is clearly that a political arena is going to be finished. So that political arena is going to be closed. But there will be others. You can't kill the ideas. The people will still be there. The people still will resist. They will find other ways, other forums, other arenas in which to organize and to resist.
Also, how about the European constitutions and the organizations should react what's happening in Turkey? What else needs to be done by these institutions to show solidarity with the HDP? Very short, very briefly, please.
We need to see a lot more solidarity from European governments and European institutions, from international organizations. First, we need to see an end to all arms sales to Turkey. We need to see from NATO, for example, we need to see a recognition in NATO that Turkey represents a threat to the region, we need to see strong statements of condemnation now from European governments that claim to hold ideas of democracy dearly. We see in the heart of Europe now a very, very deep threat to the idea of democracy itself. And it's the Turkish government is being allowed to get away with that with no public criticism whatsoever. And that really shows that European governments are complicit in what's happening.
Dear Melanie Gingell, thanks for joining us. Thank you for your comments today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.